Hey everybody, Calvin Nation here today with another video, and in today's video we're going to be doing a tutorial on that right there, the kind of half aerial or aerial to Chaplin. So let's get started. We're going to be doing it in a few different ways, so here's some of the ways you can do it in slow motion, and then we'll do the breakdown. So thanks for watching. Alright, so let's get started with the actual breakdown of this maneuver. Basically, there's 4 techniques that I'm going to touch up upon, but there's probably more. Unfortunately, I always do my slow-mos after I do the tutorial bit, so I might have thought of some more variations of this at the time I do my slow-mo. So if I do, just look at the slow-mo a couple times. I'm sure you'll be able to get it, but I can't think of any more right now. Basically, I'm just going to do 4 variations here. First one is going to be just the standard kind of half aerial to opposite handle. That's just going to look like this. You can hold both handles, safe handle or bite handle. You just got to make sure you relieve the edge when you're holding the safe handle because, again, you're catching the opposite handle you start with. Next one is going to be the aerial to Chaplin. Same half aerial technique. You're just going to be only holding the bite handle for obvious reasons and then going straight into a vertical Chaplin afterwards. Messed it up there, just like that. Next one, we will do a forehand to backhand. You can hold either handle here, which just looks like that, and then we have our backhand to forehand, which just looks like that. Again, you can use both handles there, but I'm sure I'll think of some more variations. So we'll start with just the standard half aerial to opposite handle. Again, you can hold both handles. A good technique to learn before you do this is obviously just kind of the standard aerial, just to get a better feel for aerials, which I supposedly can't do today. And this move right here, I did do a tutorial on it, but that's a great one to know before you do it. And you'll find with both of those moves, this one here and this one, you'll find that it's way harder than a move like this to learn the first time, but I find with this move it's easier to learn the first time. It's just harder to do consistently. This one and this one here are harder to learn the first time, but way easier to do consistently, which is odd. But I find this one way easier than the standard aerial, just like that. It's just less complicated. But again, hold either handle, and you're just going to throw it half speed, kind of compared to that standard aerial, just half speed, nice and slow. I go from the opposite side of the body, so if I'm right-handed, I kind of start from the left side of the body. If you're left-handed, obviously vice versa. I like to start from there. Not only does it kind of look cool, but it also proves a good technique because you kind of have to throw it to the right of you or to the left of you. So if you start from here, you're going to be catching it out there, which is very awkward. So a good thing to do is even start with a behind the 8 ball, because whenever you're finishing a move like that with horizontal rollovers, you're usually going to be holding the bite handle like you do in a behind the 8 ball. So there you can throw it straight from the end of a behind the 8 ball, which is a good technique, or you can just throw it straight from this position. I'd probably just start off with that. It's less complicated, so just start from here if you're learning it the first time. Go to the left side of your body, again if you're right-handed. Hold the bite handle and just kind of throw it to the right of you, half speed, and you can throw it nice and high and make it slower, or if you're like me, you can throw it kind of lower and faster, like that. I enjoy that a little bit more. I think it looks a bit cooler, but I like to do that really slow one. slow one's actually a bit harder, I find. Maybe it's just because I do it less. But that's basically how you do that one. We'll go on to our aerial to Chaplin. This one's almost identical. Just make sure you know vertical Chaplins, which are easy once you learn them, but they're hard to learn them at the beginning. Just kind of like this move. Whoa. But you're only going to be holding the bite handle, like I said. Obviously, again, for that particular reason, because you're holding that safe handle, what's going to happen is you're going to catch it there. You're going to do a few rotations with the edge right up against your finger. I've done that with my 47. Definitely hurt, and the problem with that is you're doing it so fast that you probably won't even know until like 2 whole rotations around your finger, which happened to me. It's crazy. Got like a perfect cut almost all the way around. It's probably like 3/4 of the way around my pointer finger, but same technique. Start kind of from this side. You can get into it from any other move that ends with the bite handle, or you can just start from just the standard position. Just throw it, get your finger in there, make sure your middle finger doesn't come in behind it. You cannot stop. Dropped it there, sorry. And then just keep going. And definitely harder than just this one, but you'll get used to it. Just make sure, again, you know that vertical Chaplin, and obviously learn this one first if you haven't done it. It'll be a lot easier. Next one we'll do is the forehand to backhand. This one's quite a bit different. It's not really the same move, but it's similar. This one is more often done where you do a full aerial instead of a half aerial, so I don't know, I probably won't be able to get it. Yeah, there we go, I got it. But you do a full aerial usually. You can do the half aerial version here, which we're going to show. Basically same kind of position. You don't need to start as far over. You can start kind of midway or the same area here. It doesn't really matter. Just again, don't start all the way over here. But you're going to throw it up, and then just again, you're catching the opposite handle in this position here. Hopefully the handle you started with will be kind of straight vertical. You'll be catching the other one when it's vertical, and then you can do just a standard opening just like that. So just like that. Again, bite handle is the more favored one to use, and there you go. So again, start from kind of this area, throw it to the way you came from, and there you go. You're just catching the opposite handle. Next one we'll do is the backhand to forehand. This one you're actually going to start right from where you were, because you're actually going to be throwing it the opposite way of the others. You're not starting here and then throwing it this way. You're starting with your good hand and throwing it to your actual opposite hand, so, or opposite side at least. So from here, again, you can get into it any way you want. I like to do one ricochet probably before I actually throw it. It's a lot easier, and again, bite handle's favored, and then just throw it just like that. This one's going more straight up. You can throw it kind of this way as well, but it's a little bit harder. You can start off straight from this position as well, and then throw it from there. A good technique to learn the last 2 maneuvers here is to actually just do one, and then you can go into the other. Just like that. Unfortunately, you will be throwing it with the safe handle for one variation, obviously, because you'd have to switch handles somewhere in there by doing a freestyle or little combo in between if you wanted to get the bite handle both times. But you will be holding the safe handle at one point during this little exercise. But it is pretty hard. I don't do these very often, but it's a really good technique to do, or a practice move. But there you go. There's the 4 variations of it. Again, we got the half aerial to opposite handle. You can do either handle, safe or bite. Aerial Chaplin, only bite handle. And then we got our backhand. Oops, that wasn't it. We got our backhand to forehand, and then we got our forehand to backhand. So there you go. those are the 4 variations. Here they are in slow-mo. I thank you guys for watching, and take care.